Daytona 500 is NASCAR racing's most prestigious event, but there is a little doubt about it. So according to you all, what is the most prestigious NASCAR race? Just pause the video and tell me in the comments. I think the 500-mile race is the NASCAR Cup Series season opener, and the first of 2 races to be held at the same location. Coke Zero Sugar 400 is the final race of the regular season.
William Byron in the 24 won here a year ago. Denny Hamlin has been dominant at this racetrack.
It's the most prestigious race in the world, with the most money up for grabs. But before we start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to this great racing channel and turn on your notifications so you never miss a new update. When it came to the Daytona 500 in 2021, it was Michael Mcdowell who took the checkered flag. Richard Petty, the most famous NASCAR driver in most people's eyes, has won the race 7 times between 1964 and 1981, making him the most successful driver in the history of the race.
You are going to see a checkered flag for car number 43. Richard Petty has won the 200th race of his.
However, not all races are equal, and some of the most memorable races and battles on the track remain in the minds of fans for decades to come. So, here are some of the greatest NASCAR races ever. Number 1 is the 1981 Talladega 500. This race is remembered for a 3-wide picture finish that no one could watch live from home owing to technical issues. Because of the 8 separate caution periods for a total of 36 laps, this true marathon lasted more than 3 hours. The final lap duel between veterans Terry Labonte and Darrell Waltrip was as close as it could get. Nonetheless, they were both pipped to the post by rookie Ron Bouchard with a well-timed slingshot, apparently out of nowhere. So much so that Waltrip himself inquired after the race where Bouchard came from. In NASCAR history, the Talladega 500 that year also marked the final appearance of the Wood brothers, racing number 21 Ford in Purolator colors, signaling the end of an era of sponsorship. The finish was televised separately on CBS Evening News that night due to technical issues with the broadcast during the race. Have you ever experienced this crazy match? Let me know in the comments. The 1984 Talladega 500 was one of the best races in NASCAR history for a considerable amount of time, owing to the large number of drivers who finished in the top 5 positions and the numerous lead changes that occurred during the race. As a result of a large number of competitors and the level of competition in the field, there were a total of 68 different drivers that took the lead during the race. It was clearly up to the level, as evidenced by the fact that drivers with names like Dale Earnhardt Sr., Buddy Baker, Terry Labonte, Bobby Allison, Cal Yarborough, and Darrell Waltrip all finished in the top 7 positions. Harry Gant also competed. Earnhardt was ultimately triumphant for the day, but each of the top 5 finishers took turns being the vehicle to beat before Earnhardt took the checkered flag. During one of the most intensely competitive races ever held, Earnhardt took the lead for 40 laps and defeated a number of racing greats. Was this known to you earlier that there were a total of 68 different drivers that took the lead during the race? Let me know in the comments. The next one is the 1993 Daytona 500.
The 1993 Daytona 500 marked a changing of the guard for NASCAR.
This was one of several Daytona epics that highlighted the passing of the torch between racing generations in more ways than one. Kyle Petty was awarded the pole while his father waved the green flag. With the Dale and Dale show of Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt, with the former's father, Ned Jarrett, cheering his son on in the final laps of the CBS Sports Broadcast, Jeff Gordon claimed the lead on the opening lap. Who can forget the 2001 Cracker Barrel 500? The 4th race of the 2001 season was exciting at a time when NASCAR was mourning the loss of one of its biggest performers, Dale Earnhardt Sr. Earnhardt died 3 weeks ago in a last-lap crash at the Daytona 500. Kevin Harvick took over Earnhardt's seat at Richard Childress Racing, and the vehicle was renumbered number 29. Jeff Gordon dominated the race, leading 118 of 325 laps, and was on his way to winning his 2nd NASCAR race in a row. However, Harvick took the lead and Gordon was in second place going into the last lap. Harvick won his first top-level NASCAR race by 0.06 seconds over Gordon, and he drove around the circuit backwards, sticking up 3 fingers to salute Earnhardt. This could be one of the most emotional NASCAR victories in history. Are you a crazy fan of NASCAR? Do not subscribe it, then you miss this amazing video. The next unforgettable race is the 2003 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400. Jeff Gordon was on his way to being the race's expected winner until an incident that pushed him into the wall destroyed his chances. This established the tone for the rest of the race, which was going to be amazing. Despite losing power steering, Kurt Busch was leading and trying to hold off Ricky Craven for the win. As Dave Blaney tried to run them down, Busch and Craven were slipping and sliding all over the place. Craven made a last-ditch effort to get to Busch's door on the final lap. They pounded on doors all the way to the finish line. Craven won the race by 0.002 seconds over Busch despite leading only 1 lap. The finish of the 2003 Carolina Dodge Dealers 400 is tied with the 2011 Aaron's 499 for the closest finish in NASCAR history. Do you find the video so interesting so far? You will help me if you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing from NASCAR. We're moving on soon. Moving to the 2007 Daytona 500. 6 years after his Cracker Barrel heroics, Kevin Harvick ripped up the script again, defeating Mark Martin by 0.02 seconds despite the Gin Racing driver holding the lead for the majority of the vital late part of the race. In the end, Harvick's tremendous slingshot as he surged through the rest of the chasing group paid off, and Kyle Busch's collision, which eliminated the rest of the chasers, formed an explosive backdrop for the green-white checkered finish. Next that we should take a look at is the 2011 Ford 400. Okay, tell me, can a championship outcome decided by a tiebreaker be even closer? Carl Edwards and Tony Stewart's battle came down to the wire, with only 3 points separating them coming into the season's final race. Edwards won qualifying but finished second behind Stewart in the race, which was delayed by rain for more than an hour. It was Stewart's 3rd Cup Series championship title, one of many great racing exploits, including becoming the only driver in history to win both a NASCAR and an IndyCar championship title. Don't you think Stewart won this race incredibly because at the time of the restart Stewart was in 3rd place? Just share your perspective on it in the comment box. Last but certainly not least, 2015 Goody's Headache Relief Shot 500. The 2015 Martinsville playoff race is one of the most memorable in NASCAR history. The majority of the drama began when Matt Kenseth was crashed by Brad Keselowski during the race. Logano's championship hopes were effectively dashed. Due to the incident, Kenseth was suspended for 2 races. The stage was set for an incredible conclusion after taking out the leader. Countless laps later, with 2 laps to go, it came down to a restart with Jeff Gordon and Jamie Mcmurray on the front row. Gordon cleared Mcmurray and received the white flag, capping perhaps the most memorable race in NASCAR history. Gordon won his final professional race and secured his ticket to the Championship 4. It was the final and most emotional victory for one of NASCAR's greatest drivers of all time. Alright folks, we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did then, give this video a thumbs up and smash that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you will never miss any update. If you have any questions or queries in your mind, tell us in the comment box and also check out our channel. You'd find really cool stuff.